Hey, what's up, ladies? It's the relationship guru, Sydd Ferrell. Now, I'm back again with another video just to give you ladies. Now, before I get into this video, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and you hit that bell notification so that you're notified every single time I post. And if you are a woman that needs relationship advice, or you want to learn more about how to think like a man, or why men do the things they do, act the way they act, and think the way they think, then I encourage you to book a one-on-one session with me. Link is in the description below, and I can help you out personally, one-on-one, with any questions, concerns, or anything you have regarding your dating life or relationship currently in general. And also, brand new on my website, if you want me to coach you every step of the way, step by step, throughout your dating or relationship process and journey, and you want me to become your personal dating coach long term, then I have a special program just for you. Link is in the description below also, and I can help you out personally again, one-on-one, with any questions, concerns, or anything you have regarding your dating life or relationship currently in general. And also, go pick up my brand new Girls Night card game. It's officially out. So if you're having a game night with your homegirls and you need something to do, then make sure you go pick up my Girls Night card game. It got a lot of fun questions and scenarios about love and relationships and everything all in between. So make sure you go pick that up. Link is in the description below, okay? And then on this hand, we got my brand new ebook. It's called Oh, He's Toxic, Period. And if you never want to be played, used, or manipulated by a man ever again in your whole life, then make sure you go pick up that ebook right there because it's fire, okay? And again, link is in the description below for that also, okay? And also, if you are a woman and you love quotes, dating quotes, relationship quotes, and things like that, then I have something special just for you. I came up with my top 100, yes, 100 dating love quotes for women, right? So if you want to go get that, it's on my website. And again, as usual, the link is in the description below also, okay? So all that's out the way, and we gonna jump right into this video. And this video is titled, Why Are Women Attracted to Older Men? Like, why is it that a lot of times women are more attracted to a man that's older than she is, right? Like, she may be a lot younger or a little bit younger, or sometimes a whole lot younger than that man. And a lot of times he's trying to figure out, what about me as a woman attracts me to a man that is maybe sometimes twice your age, you know what I'm saying? Or a little bit older than you, or just older than you, period. Maybe he a year older than you. Maybe he 10 years older than you. Maybe he 20 years older than you. You know what I'm saying? And you trying to figure out, what is it that even attract me to these types of guys in comparison to the men that are in your age group, or your peers, or the men that are younger than you, or the men that are, you know, around your age group. Why do most women, especially when you're younger, you know, you may be like 20s or something like that, and you look for like an older guy in his 30s or 40s sometimes, or maybe you're in your 30s and this man is in his 40s or 50s, or maybe you're in your 40s and he's in his 50s or 60s, or maybe you're in your 50s and he's in his 60s and 70s. You know what I'm saying? So it can all range and so on and so on. You know what I'm saying? But you trying to figure out, what's the difference between the men that's in my own age group versus the older guys, in which a lot of women are in fact attracted to, right? So ladies, as usual, per usual, I have my 5. Yes, I have 5 top ways, or 5 top reasons why women are more attracted to older guys, okay? So number 1, the first reason why a woman may be more attracted to an older guy versus a younger guy is, in a weird way a lot of times, he is a father figure to her. Now you may say, Sid, that's kind of weird because, you know, you're saying that this man is kind of a father figure to her, and that's the reason why she's more attracted to this man, this older guy, because he's a father figure. Explain that, Sid. Okay, I'm gonna explain. The reason why I say a father figure is because a lot of times when a man is a little older, he kind of gives off that older daddish, or kind of, you know, older, you know, kind of grandpa or uncle vibes that, you know, a lot of times older men are, you know, they're better leaders, or they're a lot wiser. Like, they know a lot about life because they've been through life before. And then men are usually very, very logical thinkers and stuff like that. So a lot of times you may learn a lot from this man just being a younger woman. He may teach you a lot about life that you may not have even experienced or even have known about, you know, prior to meeting him. So a lot of times you look at him as almost like a guide through life sometimes, because, like, you know, you as a woman, you know, you want a man to be a leader, and you want a man to be able to support and provide and do all these things. And a lot of times that's what an older guy does for you. You're able to depend on him a little more because he's more of a mature guy. He's more of an experienced and more seasoned guy. So he done been through some stuff. So you trust him a little more, and you trust his judgment on certain things when he tells you, or when he makes suggestions in your life, or when he gives you life advice. A lot of times when this man gives you life advice, what happens is it makes you listen to this man easier, and it makes you listen to this man a lot better because you trust his word, versus a guy that in your age group, that guy, you feel like, hey, I know just as much as you know. What you know about life that I don't know, and me and you the same age. And a lot of times you'll be able to learn new things, and this man will be a good role model because, again, you as a woman, you may or may not have had a father figure in your life. So sometimes if you haven't even had your father in your life, if you're a woman and you never had your dad in your life, or your father was absent in your life, or maybe he was there, but he wasn't really there, but he was physically there, but he wasn't like mentally there and emotionally there for you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times you lack that bond of seeing what it's like to love a man or be loved by a man a lot of times, right? So a lot of times you may look at this older guy as more of a leader or a guide to that father figure, and also in a weird way, kind of a replacement figure that your father should have been, or maybe your father was. Because a lot of times, if you ask a woman, you may say, what do you want in a man? And a lot of times, if she did have her father in her life, a lot of women, they had their father in their life. They had their father around. He was a good guy. He took care of her. She was a daddy's girl, right? It's a lot of women that were a daddy's girl, or still is a daddy's girl, right? And what happened was, a lot of women, they will want their man to be just like their father was. They may say, oh, you know, my father was a provider. My father was tall. My father had a beard. My father acted like this. So my father was like this. This guy that you really, really like, that's a little bit older than you, or a lot older than you, you may say, he has a lot of great qualities that seem pretty familiar. Now, where did I see these qualities at that I find familiar within this man, this older guy that I like? Maybe your co-father that you grew up with your whole life, that was your template, and that was your example of what you want in a man a lot of times. So if you did have your father in your life, a lot of times you will emulate and imitate that same type of man in another man that you're dating, right? So basically, yo, daddy, a lot of times you want your man to have, and your husband to have certain qualities and certain characteristics and leadership skills and be able to take care of you and provide for you just like your father did. So basically this man is kind of going to take a place of your father, as in providing for you. You know what I'm saying? Because you've been provided for your whole life by your father. Your father was, you know, your protector and provider. And then when you meet a good man, you know, you're done with your father because you're a grown woman now. So now you're out of your parents' house. And now you get with a man and you kind of still want that same protection and you want a man to provide for you, kind of the same way how your father did your whole life, because that's what you used to as a woman, is a man that's a man in the house providing for you and taking care of you and showing his love for you. So if that's what you're used to, a lot of times psychologically, you know that your father is an older guy, so you kind of emulate and imitate the fact that this other guy is an older guy and he probably will act certain similar to how your father acted, right? In a good way, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? But that's the ideology or the psychology behind a lot of times. He may even look like your daddy. Sometimes some of these older guys, they look just like your daddy. You may say, dang, you look just like my daddy. You got a beard, or, you know, you tall like that, or, you know, you dress a certain way, kind of like my daddy dress. Or you look a certain way. That's kind of like how my daddy got glasses like that. My daddy, he drive that same car. My daddy, you may ask why you attracted to him, because your daddy was just like that man. And that's what you want, because that was your first example of a man, right? So that's number one. He just like your daddy. He basically a father figure. Or if you never had your father in your life, he was a father figure that you never had. He was a father figure that came into your life, and now, you know, you're more attracted to him because he replaces the father you never had, right? So that's number one. Number two, the second reason why a woman may be more attracted to an older guy with a little bit of salt and pepper in his beard, maybe, you know what I'm saying? He got that salt and pepper, that black and white in his beard, is he is more financially stable a lot of times, right? So a lot of times, men around your age, and especially depending on your age, the men your age ain't got nothing, right? If you a woman in her 20s, let's say you're a woman 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, you may not have no types of men that are financially stable like that. If you're 21 or 22, 23, even 25, the average 25-year-old guy is not fully established financially, right? He may have a couple things, a couple assets, but he may or may not have reached his financial peak a lot of times. He's still stacking up. He's still trying to find himself. He's still growing and elevating. And even sometimes, even before he gets to 30, he's still elevating. A lot of times a man does not hit his financial stride when he's the richest. The richest a man usually becomes around like maybe 35 and down the line. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like mid to late 30s and 40s. That's usually when a man becomes his most financially stable, because that's when he kind of found himself. He got acclimated in his career, or his business is going good. That's when he kind of built himself from the ground up to that point, right? But a lot of times before the age of 35, a lot of men, they may or may not have reached their financial peak yet. Now, it is a lot of men that are way younger than 35 and that's rich and got a whole bunch of money and that's doing well for themselves. Or they may not be rich, they just got money coming in and they are super financially stable, right? Now, that's always, you know, outliers, but majority of the time, more time than others, most guys that are around your age, if you're under the age of 35, a lot of those men ain't got nothing. They may got a car, they may got a little job, they may even have an apartment, but they can't provide the lifestyle that you really want That lifestyle you really want, where you want to go on all these trips to Jamaica and to Cancun, and you want to go to Paris and France and stuff like that, all these trips around the world and stuff you want to go on, that man can't do it. You know what I'm saying? Or when you want to do certain things or certain, you know what I'm saying? This man may not be able to provide financially what you need him to do. You know, you want to build something, you want to grow, you want to be stable. This man, he may or may not even be stable within himself. Maybe he don't got no car. Maybe he don't got no job. Maybe he don't got no crib, no place to stay. You know what I'm saying? And he's still trying to find himself. He's still in survival mode. He's still struggling. So a lot of women, they say, hey, I ain't got no time to be waiting on no man to get his stuff together. I ain't got no time to be waiting on no man to may or may not have that potential of being financially stable. You know what I'm saying? Because he may or may not ever be financially stable. So a lot of times you may distance yourself away from men that are your age because of their financial status. Their financial status might be a little bit on the low end compared to men that are a little bit more seasoned, a little bit older. Guys who are 35, 40, 50, they already got their whole life a lot of times figured out already. They already got their house, they already got the car, they already in their career. By that time, they looking for a woman around them to settle down with. You know what I'm saying? Because they older, so they more established, and now they looking for somebody, you know what I'm saying, to just share all that with. But the guy that you with, he's still trying to build. He don't really know what he doing right now in life. The guy your age, he don't even know what he doing in life right now. So you may say, hey, I ain't got time to be waiting on you to figure it out. I'm gonna go with this older guy who may have already established financial stability, right? He's already financially stable. He already got money. He already got his businesses set up. He can go on trips and provide whatever. He could buy me whatever. He could do anything I need him to do financially because he already made it to that point. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why you want that older guy. A lot of times it's because the guys your age, they ain't got no money. A lot of the guys your age, they ain't got nothing. They ain't got no house, no nothing, no cars, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? Or the car he do got is beat up, broke down. The job he do got, he ain't really making a whole lot of money. He got a little job. Or the house he got or the apartment he in is like, you know, whatever. But, you know, he trying. But a lot of women, they ain't got time to be with men that's trying or may not ever get it together. They like, I need a man that got it together now. So let me go with this older guy that's papered up and got a whole bunch of money, and I don't have to worry about if this man can feed me or not. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to worry about if this man can buy me something or if he can take care of me or if anything, you know? So that's number 2. It's all about the money sometimes, right? Sometimes it ain't about that guy. Sometimes it ain't. You know, he more established. You feel me? So that's number 2. Number 3. The third reason why women are more attracted to older guys, older men, is their maturity level is usually a lot higher than the maturity level of a man who is younger, right? So let's put it like this. I'm gonna break it down all the way down to the ground for you, right? Okay, women mature faster than men, right? We all know this. We all heard this before. We all know that women mature faster than men. Right or wrong? Y'all agree, right? Women mature faster than men. Women brains mature and develop faster than men's. Correct, right? We all got that. Now, with that being said, that means that he is not as mature and he has not developed the skills needed to be a man yet, right? Now, keep in mind, an older guy, he may actually be the same as you or a little bit more wiser, right? Because you as a woman, you already smart. You already mature faster than the average man. So men got to keep up. So the way how a lot of women, how they offset that, because guess what? Let's just say you're 30 years old right now. Let's say you 30 and you meet a man that's also 30, right? Your 30 and his 30 may be two separate 30s. That may be two separate 30s. You know what I'm saying? His 30 might be more like, his 30 is more of like a 25, right? A 25-year-old man in a 30-year-old man's body, right? His mind is 25, but his body is 30, right? But with you, your mind is 45, or your mind is 40, you know what I'm saying? But your body is still 30. So you way ahead of this man. Y'all look the same as far as age-wise, because y'all the same age, but mind-wise, you way ahead of this man. So the way how you offset that and you balance it out is you get you an older guy. So let's just say you as a woman, you 30. And let's say you get a man that's 40, right? You get a man that's 40. That means that he may really be 40, but in his mind, he's 35. In his mind, he's 35, right? And with you, you are 30, but in your mind, you 35, 40, or 45. You know what I'm saying? In your mind. So y'all both are on the same level as far as intellect, as far as how intelligent and how literate and how much you two understand life and stuff, how everything works. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can bond and communicate better, more intellectually, because y'all are on the same maturity wavelength. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have more things to talk about because y'all are on the same maturity level. Because he's a little bit older, so he understands you as a woman, because women mature faster than men. So if you get you an older guy, he'll be right there with you as far as maturity and intellect, right? So it all comes down to that. Because a lot of times if you go for a younger guy, he may or may not be mature like how the man that's older. Now it is, disclaimer, it is a lot of men that are older and that are immature. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Don't just say, oh, Sydd, you told me all older men. I ain't never say that. I said majority or usually men that are older are more mature. Now, it is a lot of men who are not mature and they old. They 40, 50, 60, 70 years old, 80 years old, and they act like a little bitty boy. They act so childish. They still want to run around with a whole bunch of women. They still ain't got their life together. They still want to, have people take care of them. They don't want to have responsibility. Like, it's a lot of grown boys. They grown and they old. They super grown. They 60 years old, but still act like a little boy, right? But usually a 60-year-old man, you would expect him to be a lot more mature than a 40-year-old man or a 30-year-old man or whatever, because you've lived longer. And a lot of times when you live longer, you're more experienced and you have more of a better intellect level because you've experienced more that have given you this knowledge to elevate in life, right? So this man, since he's more mature, he will handle his responsibilities. You could depend on him more. Now you feel like I can really depend on this man because he a little bit older, he a lot wiser, so he know what's going on. Versus this younger guy, he don't know what's going on. He ain't figured it out yet. Now, not all the time, because there's a lot of younger guys that are mature, right? Again, it's younger guys that's super mature. You know what I'm saying? It's younger guys that's 25 that act like they 55. He 25 years old, but he act like he been here for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And you just gotta just understand that it's outliners and everything, but usually our older men will be more established and more mature and more of a father figure than those younger guys, okay? So that's number 3. Now, number 4, the fourth way or the fourth reason why a woman may be a little bit more attracted to an older guy is he may be more open to settling down, okay? So this man, he want to settle down because he older. He done been around the block a few times. He done been around the world messing around. He got around like Tupac. You know what I'm saying? He was just like Tupac. I get around. That old man, he got around. You know what I'm saying? When he was younger, he was Tupac. I get around. You know what I'm saying? Like he was messing with women to woman to woman, and he got it all out his system. He didn't mess with all the women he can mess with. He didn't dated, had fun, kicked it, had all the sex, all the times. He tired, okay? He done. He a little older now. It's a lot of men, they put their player card down. When they get older, now some guys, they don't, okay? I'm going to be honest. Some guys, they going to be players forever, and there ain't nothing you can do about it. It's a lot of men, they gonna be players forever. They always gonna mess around with multiple women. They always gonna never commit to women. They don't never believe in marriage. It's gonna be a lot of men that still like that. But again, there's still a lot of other guys that are older, and they done been through all that already. They tired. They tired of running around with multiple women and not being fulfilled as a man. They tired of having a house and having this great lifestyle, but they can't never have nobody genuine to share it with. It's a lot of men, they just want something genuine. They just want somebody to be with. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to have the temporary satisfaction of, I got this woman in my bed tonight, but she gone. Okay, I got another woman in my bed tomorrow night, but then she gonna be gone. She gonna leave. Then, you know, it's just for the moment. Like, yeah, we have sex and yeah, we kick it, but I'm tired of that lifestyle. I'm tired of running through these women and playing games and going to the club and trying to talk to all these women. I'm tired of all that. I just want one woman. I just want a family, or I just want to settle down. I'm older now. I'm tired. I can't be out in the club no more. I'm too old to be in the club. You know what I'm saying? I need to settle down. I'm 60 years old. I need to settle down. You know what I'm saying? I'm 50 years old, 40 years old, even sometimes 30 years old. You'd be surprised. I want to settle down. I don't even want to, you know, I ain't been through all that. Depending on that man's life, how many women he done been through, he may be a little bit older to where he like, hey, I've been through all them women, I want to settle down. So that's, a lot of times, that's what you think of as a woman when you look at an older man, to say, this older guy is also more established financially and he's more experienced, so he done been through the women in his life already, so he's more available to settle down, and he's more able to communicate his feelings and more able to communicate his emotions because he's been through a lot of relationships, or maybe he's recently divorced, or maybe, you know, he had relationship history, you know what I'm saying? So he know how to deal with women. A lot of guys that are younger, they may not know how to deal with women because they ain't dealt with a whole lot of women before. So an older guy, he dealt with a whole lot of women before in his life a lot of times, so he already know how to deal with you and how to treat you, so he can treat you better because he already know what happened. He done been through all the dirt. You know, this man probably just went through a lot and he just tired and he just want one woman. It's a lot of guys like that. So when you think of an older guy, sometimes he just ready to settle down and he tired, right? So that's number 4. So number 5, the fifth and last and final reason why a woman may be a little bit more attracted to an older guy versus a younger guy is they don't require a lot to make them happy, right? So a lot of times with an older guy, it don't take him a lot to make him happy. He just happy just having you around, you know, just kicking it with you, you know, just having somebody on his arm, maybe somebody somebody that just be there for him, somebody that'll just, you know, just care about him. He just lonely. A lot of older guys, they lonely and they just want somebody to be there. They don't even want a whole lot. You ain't got to text them all day long. You ain't got to talk to them all day long on the phone. You ain't got to FaceTime the older guy all night and fall asleep on the FaceTime and wake up and y'all still on FaceTime together. That older guy ain't gonna do all that with you. He not finna be Instagramming you and Facebooking you. You know what I'm saying? Because he may be older. He don't even know how to work social media. Or if he do got social media, he ain't really popping or he ain't really around. You ain't got to worry about him too much stepping out with these little hoochie mamas online because he don't even know how to work the phone. So you ain't got to worry about no other girls liking his pictures or him talking to no other girls in the DMs, or, you know, you ain't got to worry about him talking to girls on the internet because he don't even mess with the internet because he don't really know how to work the internet because he's older. So he may or may not even know how to even work. How do you work this Facebook stuff? I don't even know how. I don't care nothing about no Facebook and no Instagram. What's it called? Instagrammy? I don't know, you know? So he ain't even worried about it. So you have less stress a lot of times because he not as hip on the scene. You know what I'm saying? He a little older. He kind of slowed down. So he ain't up and moving sometimes like how he used to. He ain't out going to the clubs. He ain't out, you know, he go to work and come home, or, you know, he may have a few hobbies, but you pretty much know where he at. Like, he ain't really doing too much because he can't really do too much. You know what I'm saying? And then you don't got to worry about him blowing up your phone. You don't got to worry about him talking to you at night, all night long. And you got to talk to him all night long and FaceTime him. He ain't got to do all that. He probably going to be like, hey, just come over. Let's talk, you know, or let's go out somewhere. Or, you know, let me do something for you. Or, you know, it's just going to be straight to the point. A lot of the older guys, they not with all the, so how are you today? So what you doing? So where you going today? So what you doing? So where you going? So what they don't care about all that extra stuff. What you doing? So they not finna be asking you what you doing every 5 minutes. They're gonna be, so I'm gonna see you or not. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna hang out together or not? You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be all the extra stuff. So you ain't gotta really tend to him. And he not gonna be as needy and as desperate a lot of times. He gonna leave you alone and let you be a lot of times, you know? Like, not to say he gonna be distant, but he not gonna be all over you, like, in like a smothering way to where you like, dang, you calling me? Like, dang, can you know how some guys, they just call you all the time and blow your phone up, or they always, who's this guy on your Instagram? Who's this guy that liked your picture on Instagram? Who is this guy on your Facebook page? That older guy ain't finna be going through your phone. That older guy ain't finna be going through your Facebook and your Instagram trying to see who you talking to. He not finna be doing that because he not equipped with the technology skills like how a younger guy would be. So he might not even know how to even work the Instagram or how to go through none of this stuff. So if you did an older guy, you know, you ain't got to worry about him. You ain't got to worry about him accusing you of stuff a lot of times. You ain't got to worry about him being insecure and doing too much because a lot of times he just chilling. He not even worried about all the extra stuff. He really easy to please. All you got to do is just show up, be pretty, and spend some time with him. And maybe give him some booty here and there, and he gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying? But a younger guy, a lot of times a younger guy, he gonna want you to FaceTime him all night, or he gonna want you to text him all day long, or he gonna want to see you every single waking moment, and you may feel like, hey, I, as a woman, I'm not really the super clingy type. It's a lot of women, y'all don't like super clingy. Like, you may like, you know, a little affection, and you like affection, but you don't like when a man won't leave you alone for 2 seconds. You know what I'm saying? when a man like all over you, like, what you doing? Where you at? What you doing? Is it another guy? Is it another man? Are you with your homegirls? Or all your homegirls, they're all single. I know they're all single, and they're going to get you to do single stuff too. And I don't want you hanging around your single friends, because they going to do single stuff, and they going to include you in it. You know, like, doing too much, like, too possessive. The older guy, he ain't gonna be possessive over you a lot of times. He gonna leave you alone. And when he want the companionship, you know what I'm saying? Y'all will talk. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be straight to the point. It's not gonna be all this extra stuff. And he gonna tell you what he want. He gonna tell you, I want you. I want to be with you. This is what we're doing. This is what we're not doing. This is what it is. This is what it's not. A lot of the younger guys, they may be afraid to tell you the truth. A lot of the older guys, they're going to tell you what it is and what it's not going to be, and you just going to have to accept it. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times you respect that more from an older guy, that he let it be known what it is and what it's going to be, versus a guy that lied to you and try to fake it and make it seem like it's something when it's really not nothing, right? So ladies, I hope you enjoyed this video. Those were my top 5 reasons why women will like an older guy versus a younger guy, right? So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, y'all. Hit that bell notification, and I'm out of here. So, to the next video.